From ancient mountain temples to modern bustling cities, cultivating immortals has always been a mysterious tradition passed down in Chinese culture. This is a story about cultivating immortals, telling how an ordinary person experienced ups and downs in the world of cultivating immortals, and finally became a legendary master. Chapter 1: Encountering a Fairy. The beginning of the story is an ordinary rural youth named Li Ming. He lives in a remote small village, and his life is ordinary. However, one day, he met a mysterious old man by accident. The old man was holding a cane, dressed in a white robe, and had an elegant appearance, like a fairy coming down to earth. Li Ming asked curiously, "Are you?" The old man smiled and said, "I am a cultivator from a distant mountain range." "Young man, you have an extraordinary temperament and are suitable for the way of cultivating immortals." Although Li Ming has some doubts, he is deeply interested in the mysterious and fascinating world of cultivating immortals. He decided to follow the old man and embark on a journey of cultivating immortality. Chapter 2: Early Stage of Practice. Following the guidance of the old man, Li Ming came to a hidden mountain range, which is the gathering place of immortal cultivators. He began to accept strict practice, practicing exercises diligently every day, cultivating spiritual power, tempering the body, and becoming familiar with the laws of nature. At first, Li Ming felt physically and mentally exhausted, and the path of spiritual practice was full of hardships. However, the old man's careful teaching and encouragement made him persevere. Gradually, his spiritual power began to grow, and his understanding of nature also deepened. Chapter 3: Meeting the Challenge. In the process of practicing, Li Ming met many people of the same path. They exchanged experiences together and experienced the joy and pain of cultivating immortals together. However, a sudden crisis broke their calm. Evil forces have invaded the mountains, threatening the peace of the entire world of cultivating immortals. Li Ming and other cultivators launched a fierce resistance, but the opponent is powerful and the situation is dangerous. At the critical moment, the old man stepped forward, cast a powerful fairy technique, and successfully repelled the evil forces. This battle made Li Ming better understand that the road to cultivating immortals is not all smooth sailing, and he knows that he still has many shortcomings. Chapter 4: Danger and Cultivation. After this battle, Li Ming understood that cultivating immortals does not only depend on strong strength, but also requires the firmness and wisdom in the practitioner's heart. The old man began to teach him more advanced spells and also guided him to find balance while practicing and learn to deal with various challenges. However, the world of cultivating immortals is not peaceful, and dark forces are always lurking behind. Li Ming and his partners faced dangers and trials repeatedly, which made them stronger. Chapter 5: Lost and Reborn. In the process of practicing, Li Ming deeply fell in love with a girl named Qiwen in the same school. The two share joys and sorrows and grow together. However, due to an unexpected incident, Qiwen lost her memory and left Li Ming. Li Ming's heart was ashamed. In order to find Qiwen's memory, he embarked on a lonely and long journey. He traveled all over the world, went through hardships, and finally found a way to help Qiwen recover her memory. Qiwen finally returned to his side, but she was no longer the former her. Li Ming faced this unforgettable loss, but he also learned to let go, letting love and time smooth the pain. Chapter 6: To the Peak. In the following practice, Li Ming approached the peak of the world of cultivating immortals step by step. He solved many ancient mysteries, mastered more advanced spells, and realized the essence of the way of cultivating immortals. With the efforts of everyone, the world of cultivating immortals has gradually restored its former prosperity. Li Ming has become a veritable cultivator. Chapter 7: The Turn of the Fairy. As Li Ming's cultivation continued to improve, his name gradually spread throughout the world of cultivating immortals. Many people call him Tianjiao and think that he is the future hope of the world of cultivating immortals. However, with growing fame comes more challenges and jealousy. During a practice, Li Ming was accidentally conspired by another immortal cultivator. His cultivation was severely damaged and he almost died. However, it was during this huge crisis that he realized an important truth. Cultivating immortals is not only about pursuing strength, but also requires wisdom and prudence. He learned from this setback and became more cautious and composed. Chapter 8: Covenant of Destiny. After that assassination, Li Ming gradually got out of the predicament, and his strength returned to its peak. However, at this time, the world of cultivating immortals is facing an unprecedented catastrophe. The legendary Nine Heavens calamity is about to come, and countless immortal cultivators are running around in search of a way to break through this calamity. By chance, Li Ming learned of an ancient the way of the Nine Heavens. It is said that as long as one understands its mysteries, one can safely survive the Nine Heavens tribulation. However, this secret book was sealed in a mysterious forbidden place, and the way to enter it was extremely difficult and dangerous. Li Ming decided to go to the forbidden area, but he knew that this was a desperate adventure, and it might become a dead end on the road of cultivating immortality. Chapter 9: Exploring the Forbidden Land. The forbidden place is located in an ancient mountain range, the entrance of which is hidden in a dense forest. Li Ming traveled alone through the vast mountains and forests, avoiding many dangers and beasts along the way. Finally, he came to the entrance of the forbidden area, but here he encountered a powerful enchantment. The enchantment is difficult to crack for a while, and the entrance to the forbidden area will only be open when the Nine Heavens calamity is approaching. Facing this unsolvable mystery, Li Ming kept comprehending the mystery of the enchantment. After a long period of penance, he finally opened the entrance to the forbidden area when the Nine Heavens calamity was approaching. Chapter 10: Nine Heavens Calamity. After entering the forbidden area, Li Ming fell into a space full of illusions and trials. He needs to go through the test of life and death before he can get the true meaning of the way of the Nine Heavens. In the illusion, Li Ming experienced a dialogue with the past, the future, and the heart. He realized that cultivating immortals is not only about cultivating body and spiritual power, but also about comprehending the essence of life and the laws of the universe. Through repeated trials, Li Ming gradually realized his wish and his responsibilities in the world of cultivating immortals. He understands that he is not practicing to become a legend, but to use wisdom and strength to guard peace, order, and protect those people and things he cherishes. Chapter 11: Achievement Legend. After a long exploration of the forbidden area, Li Ming finally understood the profound meaning of the way of the Nine Heavens. When the Nine Heavens tribulation came, he passed it smoothly with wisdom and strength, and obtained the supreme cultivation base and the wisdom of insight into the world. After returning to the world of cultivating immortals, Li Ming has become an inspiring legend. His name has been extolled in the world, and he has become a role model in the hearts of immortal cultivators. However, he did not stop moving forward. He returned to the mountain where he first met the old man, and brought prosperity and happiness to his village. He uses his strength and wisdom to help more people and protect this land. The journey of cultivating immortality has never ended. Li Ming understands that he still has a long way to go, and there are still more challenges waiting for him. But he believes that as long as he is kind and determined, he will be able to achieve more legends and illuminate the lives of more people. Chapter 12: Inheritance and Revelation. After Li Ming became a legend, he began to travel the world of cultivating immortals, looking for inheritance and secret books. During the journey, he met many different sects and masters of cultivating immortals, each with their own unique way of cultivation and wisdom. By chance, Li Ming met a long-renowned master of cultivating immortals. The master stared at Li Ming and said with a smile, "Young man, you are already a legend. But your path of cultivation is far from over. Every time you encounter a challenge, it is a sharpening for you. Cultivating immortals is not only about achieving yourself, but also to benefit all beings. Li Ming was deeply inspired. He realized that the road to immortality should not only focus on personal strength and fame, but also work hard for a greater goal, for the peace of all things in the world. Chapter 13, Righteousness Bo Yunshen. In the process of continuing to travel, Li Ming discovered that a dark force was planning a devastating conspiracy. They tried to destroy the peace of the world of cultivating immortals by manipulating natural disasters and releasing demons. Li Ming decided to stop them without hesitation. He gathered a group of like-minded cultivators to form a powerful team. They joined hands to fight against the evil forces and launched a life and death struggle. In this battle, Li Ming is no longer a simple cultivator. He is a guardian, a warrior who guards justice and love. With his wisdom and strength, he successfully defeated the conspiracy of the dark forces. Chapter 14, Homeland Return. After the battle, Li Ming decided to return to his hometown, the mountain where he first met the old man. He has seen through the prosperity and illusory world of cultivating immortals, and cherishes that initial heart even more. The village has undergone earth-shaking changes, and the power of cultivating immortals has brought prosperity and happiness to this land. Li Ming passed on what he had learned to the villagers to help them practice and protect their homes. He is no longer alone, because he has many like-minded partners to guard this land together. They unite as one to diffuse the wind and rain, guard their homeland with strength and wisdom, and benefit the folks. Chapter 15, Immortal Journey Eternal. As time passed, Li Ming continued to walk in the world of cultivating immortals, and his name became more and more famous. But he was not blinded by fame and fortune. He still adheres to his original belief, focusing on the immortal journey and protecting the world. Under his influence, some changes have gradually taken place in the world of cultivating immortals. More immortal cultivators began to practice with compassion to protect peace and pass on justice. However, Li Ming knew that the road of cultivating immortals would never end. He still has many unfinished goals, and more wisdom and power waiting for him to discover. He knows that the road of cultivating immortality is eternal. The legend of cultivating immortals continues, and the story continues to be written. Li Ming has become a legendary cultivator who is always pursuing progress and excellence. He believes that with his efforts, the world of cultivating immortals will continue to be full of hope and light. Chapter 16, Inheriting the Tradition. As time went by, Li Ming became a great master in the world of cultivating immortals. He has extensive influence and lofty prestige. However, he knows that he is not an isolated existence, and the way of cultivating immortals needs to be passed down from generation to generation. Therefore, he decided to create an academy for cultivating immortals called Inheritance of Immortal Dao to train outstanding cultivators for younger generations and pass on the wisdom and essence of cultivating immortals. He invited many senior masters of cultivating immortals to teach, and he is committed to giving more people the opportunity to experience the way of cultivating immortals. Inheritance of Immortal Dao has become a new star in the world of cultivating immortals, attracting many people with lofty ideals to come to learn. Here, students not only learn the exercises and cells of practice, but more importantly, learn to understand the Tao, understand the mind, and uphold benevolence and righteousness. Chapter 17, Guarding the Balance. With the development of Inheritance of Immortal Dao, Li Ming's influence gradually spread to the entire world of cultivating immortals. However, with that comes more attention and jealousy. Some divisions and conflicts began to appear within the world of cultivating immortals. Faced with these disputes, Li Ming decided to resolve them with his wisdom and compassion. He firmly believes that the way of cultivating immortals should not focus on fighting and oppression, but should pursue harmony and balance. He actively mediates the conflicts of all parties and encourages the immortals to jointly maintain the peace and order of the immortal world. He used his wisdom and justice to become a peace messenger in the world of cultivating immortals. Chapter 18, Rebirth from Nirvana. In an accidental enlightenment dream, Li Ming got an important revelation. He understands that the ultimate goal of cultivating immortality is not to transcend the world, but to reach the state of nirvana. Nirvana means to be free from the shackles of the world and to achieve true freedom and peace. Li Ming realized that the way of cultivating immortals is to make himself happy in the ordinary and appreciate the true meaning in the tranquility. Since then, he no longer pursues fame, wealth and power, but insists on cultivating his heart and treats everything with a peaceful mind. He set an example and led the students of Xiandao inheritance to pursue the sublimation of the soul and the true meaning of life. Chapter 19, Eternal Legend. Li Ming's legend of cultivating immortals continues, and he has become a great teacher and embodiment of wisdom in the world of cultivating immortals. His name is engraved in the hearts of countless people, and his story is eulogized in the world. Thanks to his efforts, Inheritance of Immortal Tao has become a prestigious academy, which has trained countless outstanding immortal cultivators for the world of immortal cultivation. They continue to inherit Li Ming's wisdom and compassion, and guard the peace and prosperity of the world of cultivating immortals. Li Ming knows that the road of cultivating immortals is endless, and he will not stop his progress. With humility and wisdom, he always guards the belief in his heart and brings more light and hope to the world of cultivating immortals. The legend of cultivating immortals will continue, because the way of cultivating immortals will never change. Li Ming's story will continue to be eulogized in people's hearts and become an eternal legend, and he will always guard the peace and order of the world of cultivating immortals, and bring hope and light to all things in the world. Chapter 20, Traveling Through Time and Space. In the years of cultivating immortals, Li Ming discovered a mysterious time rift. This rift seems to lead to other planes and worlds. Driven by curiosity, he resolutely stepped into this crack. The journey through time and space was extremely difficult and dangerous, and he encountered various dangers and trials. But it was these experiences that gave him a deeper understanding of the mysteries of time and destiny. In the process of traveling, Li Ming got acquainted with many immortal cultivators from different worlds, each with their own unique way of cultivation and wisdom. He was deeply inspired and realized the diversity and inclusiveness of the way of cultivating immortals. Chapter 21, Cosmic Bibo. With the passing of the time rift, Li Ming came to a mysterious blue wave in the universe. Everything here is like a dream, and many fantastic scenes are fascinating. In the blue waves of the universe, Li Ming realized the infinite mysteries of the universe and the vastness of life. He understands that cultivating immortality is not only about pursuing personal strength and achievement, but also about dancing with the universe and understanding the true meaning of nature. He has learned to overcome rigidity with softness, overcome anger with sadness, and restrain with tranquility. Under the enlightenment of the blue waves of the universe, he deeply comprehended the profundity and broadness of the way of cultivating immortals. Chapter 22, Beyond the Realm. After returning to the world of cultivating immortals, Li Ming's cultivation has been improved to a higher level, and he has reached the peak of cultivating immortals. However, he is not satisfied with this. He is eager to break through the existing realm and explore a higher realm of practice. In a peak duel, Li Ming encountered a master whose cultivation level was even higher than him. Although Li Ming was defeated by his opponent, he saw new possibilities. He decided to look for a more profound practice method. He no longer sticks to tradition, but draws on the wisdom of multiple worlds and time and space to create his own way of cultivating immortals. Chapter 23, Embark on a New Journey. In order to seek a new breakthrough, Li Ming started a new journey. He traveled through time and space, visited different worlds, and searched for the seeds of wisdom. He meets all kinds of creatures and cultivators, each of which brings him new revelations. On the way to embark on a new journey, he discovered a secret about the world. It turns out that each world has its own unique energy source, and there is a certain connection between these energy sources. Li Ming deeply felt that this was an important clue to his way of cultivating immortals, and he began to explore the mysteries among these energy sources, hoping to get a glimpse of a more profound way of cultivating immortals. Chapter 24: The Universe is One. With continuous exploration and comprehension, Li Ming gradually integrated all his wisdom, and he discovered that each world and the way of cultivating immortals in time and space have some connection, and they all originate from the unity of the same universe. So, he began to try to understand the nature of the universe, to comprehend the wisdom of the universe. He realized that the way to cultivate immortals is to return to the original source and realize the true meaning of the universe. In the time and time again of meditation and painstaking practice, Li Ming gradually understood the way of the unity of the universe. He realized that there is a certain connection between everything in the universe, and what a cultivator has to do is to conform to this connection, resonate with the universe, and realize the true unity of self and universe. Chapter 25: The Ultimate Revelation. In the process of comprehending the way of the unity of the universe, Li Ming obtained the ultimate enlightenment. He understands that cultivating immortals is not just about pursuing power and fame benefit, but to return to the purification of the soul, to explore the truth of the universe. He discovered that the way of cultivating immortals is an endless journey, and this journey is not to transcend the world, but to transcend his own heart. In the process of practice, people have to go through countless changes and baptisms, constantly eliminate desires and troubles, and finally achieve the purification and sublimation of the soul. He realized that cultivating immortals is not only about personal cultivation, but also about becoming a part of the entire universe to create harmony and balance. He understands that his responsibility is to guard this land and protect the peace and prosperity of all things in the world. The story of the legend of cultivating immortals will continue, and Li Ming's journey has not stopped. With reverence for the universe and compassion for the world, he continued to embark on the endless road of cultivating immortality. With his efforts, the world of cultivating immortals will continue to be brilliant, and the legendary stories will never be forgotten in people's hearts.